Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name's Andy, Corporate Commander TFW, and I'm joined once again this week in this very weather-dominated, controlled day by Mr. Mikey G. Wolfie 3. Hello, Mr. Mikey. Gonna get some around dirty.
I may have been listening to White and Nerdy before we started.
Oh, okay. Oh, sweet. Okay. What made you go to a Weird Al song and that one specifically? I wouldn't say that's one of his best ones. At least it's not one of my favorite ones.
Well, this is a callback. It's PC's fault.
Oh, okay.
She, basically, someone on her Facebook had a film of someone riding a miniature pony with roller skates on to riding dirty.
Hang on. Was the person on the back of the pony had the roller skates, or did the pony have roller skates?
The person had roller skates, but
I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah. So they were, and so it's like a pony the size of a small dog.
Yes.
And someone standing over it with roller skates.
Okay.
And that while playing riding dirty.
Yeah.
And that just had me go like, the only question I ever thought was her. Will I like her? Will I Picard? And every time I hear that, I'm just like, you're wrong. It's Cisco.
You're just wrong.
Yeah. And then someone pops up, Michael, fuck off.
No, I don't believe anyone would say that.
There are people like rising from the floor. Michael Burnham's the best one. No, she's not.
No, she's
she's
also not a captain.
No, she's a drain on resources.
Oh damn!
She killed You know who was a good captain? Her captain before she got her killed.
Yes, yeah.
I really liked her.
Yeah.
And then they
Michelle
killed her and
Yeoh?
brought her.
Is that what her name was?
Yeah, but they killed her and brought her back as a cannibal.
Yeah. That was
That was worth it.
Yeah.
Giorgio. That was it. Michelle Giorgio.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, yeah. I must be
Um,
thinking of another person then, clearly. I don't know.
So she could have been good.
Maybe.
I'd have watched her show.
No chance. Well, she might have gotten a show, which was the whole Section 31 show, right? Which no one really wanted, as far as I'm aware.
Remember when Section 31 was cool?
Yeah.
Because no one talked about them. And
Yes.
no one knew about them. And now suddenly everyone knows about them.
Yes.
Sacre bleu.
It was a bad call, one might say.
One of several.
Yeah.
One of several.
To be honest, I think if Enterprise hadn't had a Section 31 callback, maybe people would have left it alone. But I don't know.
Because those were Bashir episodes, and no one remembers Bashir episodes outside of like the fans.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's probably painfully true, to be honest.
Because I like Bashir.
Yes,
I do. I think Julian's a great character when the actor learned how to play him.
Yes,
but and fair play to Alexander Siddig. But you can never say like, oh, what's a classic episode of Star Trek, and have a random like, oh, I've seen Star Trek guy go, I remember that one with the British fella.
Picard. Yeah, you know. Yeah. He's probably not, which is a shame because he does have some bad episodes, obviously, but he has some really good ones as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some.
I like that one where he's with the Jem'Hadar and he's trying to heal them, and O'Brien's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, you fucking idiot.
Just like, Hippocratic oath, they don't care.
I want to get off this fucking planet to get back to my abusive wife.
You can be abused here or you can be abused there. I am Miles Edward O'Brien. Abuse is all I know.
Whenever I think about O'Brien and the Jem'Hadar, I just think to that one. I can't remember which episode it is. But the Dominion. I think it's when they're trying to get Odo help or something. But before he gets locked as a solid, where the Jem'Hadar beams on, O'Brien stands up and the Jem'Hadar just kind of makes the claw sign around his heart, and O'Brien goes, "Ah,
oh yeah,
ah!" I release him, ooh, and he just sits back down on the chair and he looks exhausted. He's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah,
who was it that had to get attacked by the Jem'Hadar? Had to be
Miles.
O'Brien.
It was the one where they're going up against Rogue Jem'Hadar, and they're the
was it that one?
Yeah,
I think that's
and
Jeffrey Combs' first episode as
they
Wei-Yun,
beam in. Yeah, because it was like Wei-Yun 4?
Maybe.
Because he's in charge, and the Jem'Hadar kill him for questioning his loyalty to the founders.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, apparently I remember that because like he showed up, and apparently they just loved the character so much they came up with the idea of the cloning just so he could come back.
Hey, good idea.
Yeah.
They killed him off
sure.
a few more times as well. Because why not? I'm okay with this. Believe it or not, we're here to talk about Transformers today. Because that's, when there is Transformers news, believe it or not, that's what we do.
Ostensibly.
Yes, theoretically, I suppose, yeah. So, on the cards this week, we're going to kick off with Shockwave Labs, which seem to be consistently producing new content for us to talk about. So, thank you. I'm sure their business model doesn't account for us, but
we're actually on their whiteboard.
That's great. How can we help out Moonbase 2? Let's make a new thing for a toy. What can we make?
It's been a quiet week, lads. They've got nothing to talk about. Quick! We've had this in the work for several days.
They've got like 2 bins. It's just shake, shake, shake. Upgrade kit for shake, shake, shake. Megatron? Alright, let's do something with him. Googly eyes for Devastator. Interesting. But this one is the Shockwaves Labs SL-80 Fusion Cannon for the Studio Series SS-54 Megatron. That Megatron is, I think, movie 1 Megatron.
Yeah, the leader?
Okay.
I don't know, I'm guessing, but I wouldn't have known except I saw the mace in one of the pictures.
Okay, so I don't know, it looks like a Voyager. But yeah. The problem is there've been a few like Leader 1, Movie 1 Megatrons over the years, and they, at least to me, blend together because they're all the same aesthetic.
This is the recent one that isn't the masterpiece.
Oh, well, there you go. Sweet. So this gives him his gun, his gun arm. It has an LED in it, so you can pew pew. It's a purple gun, so if you don't like your purple LEDs, then well, you snook it because that's all it has. It seems to be able to fit onto either arm as well. So if you want it on the lefty, or you can have it on the righty, it's your choice.
I mean, I don't want to criticize.
Okay.
Moving on. Labs have got. But technically, he didn't have an arm cannon in the first movie.
No, that's true. You had to smash both arms.
They said someone heard fusion cannon and took it very literally.
That's what. Oh no, you're right. Oh,
you never got that?
No, I didn't. I didn't put that much thought into the movie because neither did they. Boom.
Hey, another fact: when Megatron flicks someone, that's a CGI render of Michael Bay.
Yes, I knew that one because that was in the making of documentary. He was very proud about that for some reason.
I died.
And yet he still made movies afterwards. Truly, we were the haunted.
He also, many years later, died on stage when he walked out, looked at the crowd, said, "I'm sorry," and left.
Michael Bay's never apologized.
No, he did. That happened.
When did he? What did he?
He was at some public event, and he basically just walked out onto the stage, looked at the crowd, said, "I'm sorry," and left.
Was this in conjunction with Transformers or with something else?
It was a premiere thing. It was like he was supposed to be. I don't think he apologized for the film. Okay. But it was like he had massive stage fright.
Oh, okay.
And just left.
I clearly don't remember this.
No.
There you go.
Yeah. He also did an ad where he blew everything up.
I think he's done that a few times, hasn't he, over the years?
Yes.
Must have.
Blew up a tiger, awesome tiger, and then blew it up.
Oh no! Oh damn! Fucking Carol Baskins. God damn it. So, Mikey, Fusion Cannon, which isn't the Fusion Cannon, theoretically. Well, not theoretically, but from what we both remember, he's never had this gun before, but maybe he has. Maybe we'll get a comment saying he did actually have this gun in one of the movies.
This was in the John Barber comic written in 2010 that you didn't realize.
Oh, that might be a thing. I wonder if it's... I doubt it's based off one of the IDW side comics, but it could be.
Maybe they're secretly got a John Barber whiteboard.
That'd be interesting. Oh, this is the Voyager kit. I've just actually read the story.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Professionalism.
Yeah, information is in the story. Who knew? I'm a smart boy. Yeah, Megatron, he's getting a gun. I mean, I assume we're gonna keep getting Shockwave Labs movie SSS upgrade kits because they seem to be churning out the SS line continuously at the moment. Studio Series seems to be fairly popular, so I think it's fairly safe to believe that Studio Series has got a lot of life left in it to, continue to do stuff for those toys. So, Mikey, do you want to take us on to our next story, which I think is something we've covered? Is this new? No, I think we've covered this guy before.
The figures. This is new.
Oh, is it? Okay.
This is new. It's So of course this is ring Banana Force.
Oh no.
I'm not proud of myself for that one, but
I feel that you might be, and it horrifies me.
Their first figure was the MPL-01 Red Sharp Shooter, who was the RID, a non-transformable RID fire convoy, which you can sort of upgrade from a slightly G1 form to the super mode, I think it was. So this is an add-on pack if you want your because it was noted when it came out that the base robot was a bit more G1 than it was RID. So they've decided to try and stylize him up a bit to make him a bit more accurate while still being crazy and cool. So he's coming with a new chest plate for the unarmored robot form, a backpack with the siren lights for, what was it? Oh god, when he bent over, he'd bend over and two lasers would shoot out of it.
I can't remember. There was an English name, and was there an English name for it? Because it would have been a Japanese one.
No, I know it's not this, but my brain is just going breath of fire.
Yeah, it's definitely not that.
But yeah, it comes with an extra rifle, a chonkin sword.
Yep.
And a ladder cannon, which I do remember. That was a big thing because it shot missiles.
Where's the sword from? Because he never had a sword in the show, if I remember.
No, I think that looks a bit flame toysy.
I was thinking like Star Saber, Dark Star Saber-ish esque style from Prime, but it's weird. It's not bad.
He's an anime robot. He must bring a sword to a gunfight.
I mean, that is true. He's got to do the it's not ex-Kaiser pose. Yeah, the ex-Kaiser pose.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
no, you gotta do the brave pose.
Yeah,
it's a fucking meme at this stage.
I still think the best figure I have to do that is the Soul of Chigokin Mike Gain, where you have two versions of the sword. You had one where it's the normal proportion, and then you have one which is really big to try and get that weird proportion thing across, which was pretty cool actually, I thought.
Yeah. But anyway, this is the thing. This is going to be $50, which I think is a bit expensive until they go it's only 400 sets.
Yeah.
So this is an exclusive, very limited release thing. This is not intended so that everyone who has the figure can now doll him up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a little bit of a shame because I think, especially in the combined armored up mode, I think the ladder really adds something.
Yeah, that's probably the most important piece of the set, I'd say.
But heyo, I hear really good things about the Banana Force figures.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah, they seem to have turned out really, really well.
Huh.
So I think if you've got them and you're just thinking you want to doll them up or whatever, this is your option. Go get this man some add-on parts.
Sweet. Yeah.
This man is a robot.
We did say that it is maybe a bit expensive, and I don't know about you, but I think there's not enough in here that feels like it's justified. The ladder is the best bit. The boob add-on kit and the little fire light attack thing is okay. The boobs aren't very interesting. The sword's a bit weird. The sword almost feels like it's just there because, and the gun's a bit on the strange side as well. So it feels like it feels like, to me at least, that the ladder's the most important thing, and everything else is just kind of I don't know. Maybe it'll tickle other people a bit more than myself.
Yeah. But yeah, if anyone gets it, let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
Andy,
Me.
shit show time.
Oh no, why are we shit showing?
Now you do this, and I'll handle the shit show side.
Okay, yeah, because I saw, to be honest, I saw rumblings of the shit show, and I went, this is probably a scalper thing, isn't it? But I didn't really look into it too much. But this was a strange reveal that we got over the week. We've got a Transformers, bad marketing, because this is not Transformers X Back to the Future. It's just Transformers Back to the Future crossover. Missed out, guys. Fucked up.
Yep.
So this is the crossover figure Gigawatt, not Gigawatt, which I probably would have gone with because I mean gigawatts. But it is a I'd say a heavily retooled version of the what is it? The War for Cybertron Sideswipe, right? Or
Yep.
Is it the Earthrise one?
I think it's the War for Cybertron. Siege Sideswipe.
Siege. Okay, yeah, cool, sweet. So it's a heavily redone version of that into the DeLorean from Back to the Future, a car that no one really drove, ever.
No, until that movie, and even then, they didn't really drive it. They spent too much money and parked one.
No, whenever you saw a real DeLorean, you're like, oh, that car's a bit shit. It was all the stupid engine gubbins and stuff to make it a time machine that made the car really cool.
Yeah.
So
the car was picked because it was a bit shit.
It's probably cheap, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cheap and it looked weird.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
And they were operating on a shoestring budget. They were doing night films. Like Michael J. Fox was working full time at the same time, so he would be like, what was it? He'd like do all day on set for a TV show. He'd then do all night on set for Back to the Future, and he'd sleep in the car backwards and forwards.
Oof.
And yet they were like filming without permits. They were getting caught by the cops. They were on the run from the cops a couple of times because they were not supposed to be there that night. They ran out of money. I think was this. Yeah, this was them. They ran out of money to make the film, and then they basically kept on filming in the hope that when they presented the edited together film, someone would go like, "Oh, this is really good. We'll cork up the rest of the money," and not. You did what?
That's amazing. I didn't know that stuff. That's really cool.
There's SF Debris has a really good. He does a lot of background videos for his movie reviews,
right?
And like he's got really good ones on like RoboCop and Terminator as well.
Oh,
like
right.
The fact that you know when he gets in the car.
You mean RoboCop?
Yeah.
I don't remember specifically.
He gets in and out of the car.
When
he's driving.
Yeah, I imagine they had to edit that, right?
Yeah, he's not wearing pants.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
Thinking about how that suit works and how a human body just wouldn't work with it, it's like, oh boy.
And the RoboCop movements were designed by a mime.
Oh, okay. Did the mime wear the stereotypical striped jacket and little French beret with the face paint?
I hope so.
Same. Did he have to mime shooting a dude in the dick?
Apparently they designed the original movements for RoboCop before the suit was designed. So the suit, the actor, whose name I can't remember, who played Murphy, he went to a mime, and the mime taught him how to move. And they were going with he was advertised that RoboCop would be this sleek serpentine killing machine.
They lied.
And yeah, they got the costume in. He tried it on. He was a very skinny man.
Lance Henriksen? No, it's not.
No. I can't remember his name. But
he was in Star Trek Into Darkness, unfortunately.
Yeah, he couldn't really move.
Yeah.
And so he was panicking, and made possibly the first emergency call to a mime in history.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's been many emergency calls to mimes.
Yeah. Who flew in. Who flew into, I don't know if he flew into the country, but no, I think he did. I think he flew into the country.
Did he mime it or did he actually do it?
No, he just running along the ocean with a plane. And then came in and basically looked at him trying to execute the movements they designed, fell over laughing, and then spent the rest of the day teaching him how to properly move in the suit.
Oh, that's interesting.
I said, like, you need to make him less of a ninja and more of a tank.
Yeah.
So,
just as well, really.
No, I can't, no. They tried, like, Serpentine for the RoboCop remake, and I didn't think that worked.
No, it looks lame.
I don't mind that movie. It's actually halfway decent. It's just didn't need to exist.
It's not a RoboCop movie, really.
No, I mean, it is, by the end, he does get the proper suit.
Sure, yeah, of course.
But because he dumps the futuristic suit and comes back with the classic.
I
or
would say
semi-classic.
it's not as terrible as the Total Recall remake.
Not a brave statement.
It's not. It's fairly safe. It's fairly conservative, I admit, but I don't think I'm wrong.
Sometimes it just is.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta play life safe, Mikey. So, what do you think of Gigawatt?
I kind of like him, but
I kind of like him as well.
I would kind of not like him in this style
Hmm.
if it was for any other movie. Like, and I'm talking stuff like the head design, the new chest, everything. If this was like if Ectotron had gone along this line,
Hmm.
complete failure in my opinion.
Okay.
But because of the visuals of Back to the Future and the DeLorean and everything else, the design thing they've chosen, I think, are really good.
Right.
I really like the new chest. I like that the flux capacitor forms the center of it. I think it's really clever having the time destination readout.
Yes. Did they mean anything?
October 26, 1985, Andy. That's the year it all happened.
Okay.
2015, I believe. Yeah, I think 2015 is when they went into the future and Biff was king.
Oh, right. These are
It's
all
your
the Back to
kids,
the
Marty.
These are all the Back to the Future references. I wondered if they were Transformer
'cause
references.
I think the one at the bottom is 1955, which I
Yes.
believe that's when he went back in time to his parents.
The cowboy one. Oh, no, not the cowboy one.
No, that was 18. No, that was a wee bit further
1885.
back.
I think that's right, yeah.
But no, I think the face mold's got real character to it.
I don't like it. That's the one thing I
Really?
don't like about the figure. I think it's too sideswipe. It just looks like sideswipe but with goggles on. It feels
Would you
too
like
safe.
a different head shape?
Maybe a different head shape. Maybe you could just even use the same head shape and give him like, even if you wanted to be cheap and just give him a mouth plate, just to make it like if you put this head next to the sideswipe head, apart from the eyes, it's gonna look a bit too similar. The head shape might be a little bit different, but not enough. I'd like it just tweaked a little bit more.
I like the fact it comes with the big charging rod. I'm sure there's a technical term for that.
Oh yeah, where he got the 1.121 gigawatts directly into the thing. Yeah, that's neat. I wouldn't recommend it using as a twatting stick, which he seems to be doing. But
I'm not crazy about the floating car mode, but I never was.
yeah, it's fine. It's there. I mean, all they've done is turn the wheels down. So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
But no, I think this guy looks really neat. He was at a good price, and I think that he's getting a comic in October as well, so that's cool.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to talk about it on from the files, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully.
Why did they choose to make the window translucent though? I mean, everybody said it.
yeah.
We're not going to be the first people here not
No.
to say it, but
No,
it's
it
a
was
good
a bad-
question.
It was not. They did not choose wisely there.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Any sense. Make it
Yeah,
opaque.
they could- yeah.
Come on.
No, yeah, it should have been opaque.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I think making 1,985 copies is a little on the nose.
A tad. Yeah, a tad.
But no, overall, I like Ectotron. Like, this is something really cool. If I'd seen Ectotron over here and not had to pay import prices and stuff, I probably would have picked him up.
Oh, okay.
Because I just really like the tone of the toy.
Was that before or
And
after you read the
similarly-
comic, though? Because I think the comic may
Before.
have influenced you. Okay, you would have got it before. Okay.
Yeah, because I liked how clean the alt mode was.
No, that's
Like,
true.
And similarly, apart from the windows, this guy's real clean. And he's got
Goddamn
character.
Yes.
And I can paint over the windows. No, I like this guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I don't think I like it enough to own one. But I like the idea behind it, and I think they have done a very good job, like turning the Sideswipe mold into a DeLorean, because the DeLorean looks, for deluxe size scale, I think it looks pretty good. I did suggest a horrible nightmare scenario where they decided to make instead of Gigawatt, they make him into a robot version of Doc Brown, and they gave him human-colored skin tones, a la the Street Fighter toys or the the Star Wars toy. No, not the Star Wars ones. The Avengers toys from back in the day, if you remember them. That could have been a horrible nightmare. So it's just as well they didn't do that.
Yes.
Okay, well, before we go on to the shit show, Mikey, can you think of 2 other 80s movies that they could make into? I mean, we could get Astro Train, I suppose, if we wanted to go Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, well, yeah, actually. I mean, they've already, like, there was a leak a while ago suggesting Top Gun's getting a brand new mold figure. Or at least, like, a heavy retool of a jet. Or something.
It'd be the Starscream. Probably the Earthrise Starscream just tweaked. Yeah.
Like, I've been thinking, like, for this you need classic vehicles.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily classic movies. You need movies where the vehicle was prominent.
I don't know. I think you need the movie first, and then you need to find the vehicle within the movie. Or at least a movie that has a vehicle.
Yeah, and that, like, Astro Train, obviously, Back to the Future 3.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yep.
That's the thing, though. A lot of the, like, I'm trying to think, like, what kind of 80s style movies, like Tron.
That could be interesting.
Tron and do, like, redo
light
Primer
cycles
C or something.
Yeah, Primer C into a light cycle. That could be neat.
Bad
idea. Use the one female mold we have from the Combiner Wars, and you use that into the light cycle and be like,
oh no,
here's another one of that toy, and you go,
and it's a limb.
Yeah, and it's a limb. Oh no. And then you could try and fudge a the strange, like, H-shaped things. You could try and make that the body. I don't know who you'd make from that, but you could try and have that, and then have the Tron Combiner. As he has 4 light cycle limbs because of that goddamn mold.
We fight for the user.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what's an 80 movie I would like to see referenced.
Predator would be nice, but there's no vehicle.
Like, RoboCop again would be nice, but I don't know. Would you say the RoboCop car is anything particularly? It's just an LAPD car.
Yeah, not really. I think the best you could do is like
Detroit DP.
The best you could do is Ed 209, really.
Yeah, but I'm not sure you'd do that out of.
No, and I don't think that would be a satisfying transformer. A bipedal robot into a bipedal robot.
Yeah,
it didn't really work.
It's tricky enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to go. I guess you could do Jurassic Park. You just have to make the dinosaur, a Dinobot, but that would require making a Dinobot.
Yeah,
perish the thought.
I mean, that's the Raptors would have been a bit weird if when he goes, "Clever girl," it went, "Thank you."
Oh no, she goes, "What do you think of my robot boobs?
Are they in your face enough? Are you aroused, Muldoon?
Fans.
I've been trying this for some time. You thought I was killing the cows. I was actually using them to show you my cleavage."
That's the thing. Muldoon doesn't go clever girl. He goes, "Ooh, sexy girl," and she goes, "Ada, ada," and then eats him. Boom.
Why did you... Yeah. No, I mean, she kind of has to kill him in the end, one way or the other.
Oh yeah. I mean, death by snoo or death by
I would be
devour.
slightly worried if a raptor in the middle of Costa Rica started speaking Japanese.
Which part would worry you more?
All right, let me put it this way: it's better than her going, "Alan."
Yeah, no, yeah. And it makes more sense if it's a robot, because you go, it's a robot, whatever.
Leaned out of the twigs. Muldoon, you've known me for years. How is this a shock? Why do you sound surprised?
That would be amazing if they're on a rapport. It's like, oh, you.
Oh, you. Raptor. I've been planning this for weeks.
No, I suppose that's maybe something you could do if you... Well, no, you couldn't do the Combiner Wars Dinobots because they're too robot.
Yeah.
You need to heavily retool them to be fleshier.
Does Blade Runner have a...
Oh, thank God. I thought you meant
vehicle?
Blade. I think they've got that hover car, but I couldn't really tell you what it is.
No, I've got it. Oh, I have Fifth Element Space Taxi. Bruce Willis's Space Taxi from Fifth Element.
That would be fun.
Now, I want that. I love that movie. And now,
just
don't. And it has to be called like Multipass or something.
My only recommendation would just be don't do it as a Bumblebee figure. Because we've had a
Yeah.
lot of sporty Bumblebees before, and Prime did do Bumblebee into a cab for
Yeah.
an exclusive, so don't do that. But, like, I'd be down with a cab. They're fun.
Its name is Ticketmaster, and it requires all multipass.
I like that. Ticketmaster. So what was the shit show then, Mikey? What was the shit show around this toy?
Oh dear. So this toy went up on Walmart, and Hasbro Pulse. So there's the way it's being released in October. Hasbro is planning to do a Pulse release of this, but Walmart had 1,985 numbered boxes. So these are exclusive to Walmart. These are numbers 0 to 1985. For the collector item went up in Walmart for $30. Right. The listing was 5 hours late due to technical issues. And when it went up, it sold out in minutes. All right?
Okay.
As far as I know, and I have done some digging on this, I can confirm 2 people in the Transformers fandom bought one.
Okay.
And it took them refreshing their page so many times because Walmart limited purchases to 12 per person.
12? That's a lot.
12 per person.
Shit.
And it turns out that a lot of little scalper fellows had bots ready to go.
Oh, no.
And they got 1,983 of them.
Oh, so pretty much the entire stock.
As far as we know, like I said, I can confirm 2 people got one. There's probably someone more out there who aren't on forums or aren't whatever. Over 99% of these went to scalpers.
Oh my god. That's insane.
Yep, so it gets crazier. Walmart, Don Corneo got involved. Walmart took down the listing, and everyone was like, okay, they're invalidating things and saying, listen, guys, order it again. We've put up new restrictions. They then put it back up.
Right.
And just had it now saying pre-orders closed. It's all sold out.
Oh. Why? Why
So-
would you take it down then put it back up and... What? Why?
I suspect that someone took it down asking, are we going to cancel these orders? And someone higher up said, no, we got paid for them. It's none of our business what happens next. What happened next? Right, eBay struck, and several other places.
Oh no.
I think there's some up on AliExpress as well.
Okay.
So these went up on eBay.
Yep.
So these are $30 toys.
Right.
So I'm looking at American eBay right now.
Sure.
The cheapest one on eBay,
Ebu.
I had this sorted out a minute ago, is currently sitting at $500 plus $30 shipping.
Woo, boy. Is that the cheapest?
That is the cheapest.
Woo, boy, damn.
Next one is $700.
That's a BotCon set, right?
Yeah. Next one is $700, but no shipping.
Okay.
Or at least no shipping listed. It gets worse. One is $650 with $70 shipping.
Damn.
Because, you couldn't offer free shipping at those prices. You'd never make any money on your $30 toy.
I mean, that's fair.
So, the highest listed price on eBay right this second for this toy
Uh-huh.
is, drumroll, $1,985.
Free shipping?
$48 shipping.
Oh, wow. Wow, $48 shipping. Wow.
But isn't that clever? $1,985.
They're a little spicy boy or girl, aren't they? A little spicy one.
Would you like this to get worse?
Oh, always. Yes.
I had a look at the sold listings.
Oh no, who did it? Why? Why would they do this?
Currently, I can confirm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least 15 of these have sold.
But why?
$650, $600, $500, $584.99 with a strike through, which means this is a negotiated price. They talked them down to this.
Oh,
$800.
no.
And in here are at least one, maybe two, $1,985 sold.
Damn.
On a confirmed pre-order.
I guess they're the real fans. The rest of
Of
you,
Back to the
rest
Future
of you,
or Transformers?
the rest of you who like battered them down, you're not true fans. They paid the meme price.
Now, let's see. I'm just going to do a quick calculation here with
'Cause
the
it'll-
wonders of modern technology because I have a calculator on my phone.
Oh my god.
So, 1985. So they paid $30 plus shipping. We'll say they bought at least 12. We'll say $100 shipping.
Sure, yeah, be nice. Yeah.
Okay. So they bought 12.
Yeah.
$460 they paid for that.
Wow, wee
Which means they, at minimum, quadrupled their money.
I mean,
And that's assuming, and again, I am adding on quite a bit onto shipping. I'm also assuming that they bought 12, didn't just buy one, in which case their shipping would have been much, much lower.
yes.
Much, much, much lower. And they could have made 10... Actually, no, they would have made... close to 400 or 500 times the amount they paid for it.
So they've definitely done well for themselves. I mean, the
No,
person who bought it
I'm doing the
hasn't.
maths wrong there.
Oh,
Silly Michael.
do right.
Silly Michael.
Do right.
Minimum 66 times.
Okay.
400 or 500. I'm exaggerating because my brain is frozen from this nonsense.
It seems tad intense. Like I can get like getting annoyed and maybe wanting to pay a little bit over the asking price because I mean I'm sat here looking at Mandarake and I'm looking at a Kamen Rider figure art dangerous zombie at like £100 or something. Which is definitely not massive amount more, maybe 40 more pounds than it was.
Danger.
And that thing's never dropped really.
No, there is a new version coming out
Well, Dangerous Zombie.
of Level X0 with the gamer driver.
Yeah, but is it Dangerous Zombie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you acting like you don't believe me? It was his final form in the show before Billion.
When
It's not a
about
secret.
when about is it coming?
I haven't looked into it, if I'm completely honest.
Okay.
Figure arts, dangerous zombie. Level.
Actually, on a side note as well, Mikey, the DX driver, the Buggle driver, is way cheaper than it used to be as well. It's now 4,000 yen. So I'm like, oh damn, I could get that shit.
I saw. Due out release date. Where's my release date? It was supposed to be April 10th, so it's been delayed. Pre-orders went up on April 10th, due out in September 2020.
Okay, so I've missed out basically.
Well, not necessarily, because there's probably plenty of places that still have it.
No, but the pre-orders have gone though, right?
No, the pre-orders went up.
Oh right, okay, I see what you're saying. Man.
Dan the man.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So yeah, I wish I had $2,000 to throw in a toy. I'd buy a lot of flame toys.
Only flame toys.
The moment with that, you know what? Yes, if just to prove that those people are crazy.
Okay.
I'd have to just live in Gunpla for the rest of my life. But Jesus Christ, Jesus.
Maybe they're celebrities that did it. Maybe that's it. So they can justify it.
Is it just Nicolas Cage?
That'd be ace. Yeah, maybe
I mean,
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. These are the two open nerds. It could just be like, oh, Vin Diesel. There we go. That all makes sense.
Yeah, I could see that too.
They're all playing D&D together. Someone mentions Gigawatt, and they're all just like, yay!
That's a D&D session I'd be interested in watching for 5 minutes.
I want to see Nicolas Cage get into character in D&D.
I can see that, yeah.
But I just feel like it's just going to be Nicolas Cage.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
He's a wonderful and bizarre man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Andy, do you have any thoughts?
This sounds like it was. I don't think this is unfair to say poorly planned. Maybe having some other way to distribute it to people who actually wanted it would have been nice. I get why they wanted to make it an exclusive because you don't want to have overstock on a very premier figure. So to make it, limited makes sense, and to limit it in a very cute way, which they did, is like, ha ha. Okay. But if effectively, like you said, 90% of your stock has gone to scalpers. Granted, they don't need to care. They don't have to care because they're a business, and the idea is you sell the product. They have sold the product. They've done what they needed to do. But it would have been nice if they could have made sure that it went into fans' hands rather than to scalpers' hands. But like I say, it isn't their job, and it's not. I don't know if it's really their responsibility to make sure that doesn't happen. But I think it would have been nice if they did. If you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, like, I'm not shocked that Walmart doesn't give a fuck. I mean, they are like a massively rich company, so everybody knows Walmart doesn't give a fuck. So you can't blame them.
Especially
you can blame them, so fuck them.
But yeah, it's going up in Hasbro again, so at least there is an option, and presumably they will maybe show a bit of common sense with how they handle this one.
Yeah, I imagine it's quite hard. And I don't know. I would assume it might be quite tricky to plan around making sure that bots can't just buy your stock out. Like, what system do you set up to ensure that a bot can't buy
Essentially, you have a bot to fight the bot. Genuinely, that's what you do.
Bot and bot crime.
Yeah.
Something
like you have an automatic verification system, or you have a manual verification system, which can work better.
Yeah, that could
which
work
means
too.
that you have to manually confirm what is in these images, and these images are represented by pictures, not data. So, you could again limit purchases to one per customer.
I'd say like 2 or 3.
Under normal circumstances, yes.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but because it's been abused already, yeah, I could see.
No.
Yeah,
especially if because now people are going to think there's money to be made, and they're going to be watching.
yeah. It might embolden people, I suppose. Quite right. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
I suppose we will. Do you want to take us on then, Mikey, to the next bit of news, or 2 bits if you want to finish us off? It's up to you.
We've got a bit of convention news, guys. Comic-Con at Home has confirmed an online exhibit hall for July 22nd to 26th. So San Diego Comic-Con is going COVID-free this year, so they are sort of beaming a live stream into your house, living in your house, eating your wood.
Oh, God.
Don't know why they want your wood, but they do. This is a free event as well globally, so all your announcements now are going to be available. It's going to be an interactive version of the floor plan, offering a cross-section of exhibitors from all over the exhibit hall, company listings, exclusive products for sale, promotional links, and a whole lot more. San Diego Comic-Con exclusives will all be available. The exhibit hall will be available for all 5 days of the convention. It will close on Sunday, July 26th, and we are expecting to see some Transformers products and announcement there as well. So, check that out. And last thing is, speaking of online cons, Flint Dilley has confirmed to be part of TF Nation's big broadcast of 2020. If you don't know, this is TF Nation's online streaming event on August 15th via Twitch and TF Nation Live, which I didn't realize was a thing. So, you'll be able to basically have a virtual TF Nation experience. Probably with less boozing, but that's your own business.
Maybe with more. Don't say,
But yeah, Flint Dilley, who of course is one of the premier G1 writers, has confirmed that he will be taking part in the event. He'll be joining Buzz Dixon, who was a writer for the G1 cartoon, Maycat, a crazy person, but also a writer for the Cyberverse cartoon. And that crazy person. Said with love.
Are you trying to get her to like kill you or something? Is this like?
It's my goal that once I start talking to someone in any kind of official capacity, I have to undermine any positive feelings they may have for me.
Okay, I see.
And she's fantastic, so obviously I have to try extra hard.
You have to wear her down over time.
I mean, look what I did to Nick.
That's true. You used to be best friends with him. Now he wants you dead.
Yeah, I mean that. I'll be honest. The sniper was a bit much.
Hey, if it works. I mean, it didn't. But...
Peter Spellos, who basically hasn't left TF Nation since last year, he's still in the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Eiding, Towson Coleman, Stan Bush, Jeremy Levy, Greg Berger, and Corey Burton. So yeah, keep an eye on the TF Nation website to see who else will be announced. And the Twitter with their really weird announcement thing of having a countdown.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that personally.
I don't like it when YouTube does it. I don't like it when Twitter does it.
No, I think the best way to do it is say, hey, we're going to do a stream at this time, or we're going to make an announcement at this time, and you go, okay, there you go.
Rather than, are we?
Yeah, don't do that.
Are we?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not a fucking Punch and Judy show. Come on.
But isn't it?
No! Fuck you. Fucking Punch. What an asshole.
But yeah, that's kind of it for the news, really. It's been a quiet week.
Yeah, there wasn't much. There were a few stories you wanted to add, but I kind of shot them down as they were garbage. There was nothing to talk about.
Garbage!
Gabbo. So I guess, Mikey, what you been up to this week? What you doing for fun? You little what's it?
Let's see. Finished playing Indivisible, which is a game I actually started a month or two back, and then Final Fantasy happened.
All right.
And I just never got back to it. So, platformer RPG with heavy story elements from Tibetan mythology, especially Indian mythology and Hinduism. A little bit of Buddhism in there.
Okay.
But yeah, main character is voiced by dear old Miko, who is kind of Miko for the first half of the game. Unlike Miko, she does get called out in it.
Oh, okay. You mean Transformers Prime Miko?
Yeah.
Okay.
Made by the guys who made Skullgirls. The
Oh.
Skullgirls game. So that's, for anyone who doesn't know, that's a beat 'em up that came out 2012.
Yeah.
And this is their second game. But no, I liked it. It's weird. I came away feeling good, but not amazing. And a couple of days later, I kind of had the reverse Horizon Zero Dawn effect, where I ended up feeling way more positive. It's got a really big character roster, including a lot of hidden characters. For the most part, if you just play the game straight, a lot of them are not going to have character development, bar a couple. But each one has a character-specific mission that does really expand them, and it's really the only way for some of these side characters they get expansion, but I think it's good. Voice acting is top-notch. My favorite character is Razmi, because she wears a tiger on her head and is the most nihilistic, sarcastic woman who's ever lived.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fantastic. She does really want the most gross thing to happen to everyone else, largely because it's funny. There's also Dar. He probably gets the most character development in the story. But no, I liked it. I thought the ending was kind of that nice kind of bittersweet. It's got a lot of platforming, and combat system is unique, bit unusual. Took a little getting used to. Probably the only real complaint I have about it is there's a lot of backtracking and not a great fast travel system.
Right.
You do have fast travel, but you're going to be backtracking over levels, especially if you're doing the side quests a lot. So it's your tolerance for that. After that, I started playing Gravity Rush, which is a remaster for a Vita game. Where basically you play a girl called a gravity shifter who doesn't have any memory, and she wakes up in a floating city with kind of film noir vibes at times. And it's full of little gremlin-y things. I'm not far enough in to know what they are. But yeah, basic gameplay is you have free control of gravity.
Yeah, it's a weird-looking game. I've seen some videos on it, and it's odd.
It's odd, like from the start, you can have complete freedom. Like, your gravity bar goes down, but there's no dying. You just get teleported back. If you drop off the city, you'll just get warped back. It took me a little while, but the gravity stuff is really fun when you learn how to use it. It's unusual, like you said. It's weird, but clever. Very clever.
Wasn't there a sequel?
Yes. That's on PS4 as well. If I like Gravity Rush, if I like the whole game, I will definitely try that out.
Okay.
Also, after years of umming and ahhing, decided to try out Ark Survival Evolved.
Oh, right. What convinced you? Because I saw that and I was like, have you been influenced by VTubers?
No. I mean, it did put it in my head. It did put a Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus.
They're fantastic. They're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so yeah, I've been thinking about it for years. But actually, like that put in my head. What actually got me to do it is that it was confirmed that on the PlayStation 4 you can change game settings before starting a map.
What does that matter?
So one of the big things that's always turned me off this game is everything is designed for a server where there are 20 people working together.
Right.
So taming can take between 8 and 12 hours for the most powerful dinosaurs.
Oof.
And that's just standing there watching it happen.
Oof.
Like minor interaction, but you're just standing there watching it happen. Breeding, it can take 12 hours for some eggs to hatch, and then it can take up to 90 hours for some of the babies to mature.
Oh my god. Sounds like Black and White if you remember that old game.
Yeah. Gathering again, like it can be a fucking nightmare. Like I used to watch a lot of people who played it because it looked really fun, and I was just like the base gameplay looks good, but the core mechanic is so tied into the online. So I just said I can't do it. I can't dedicate that kind of time.
Yeah.
And then I decided to look into, can you do anything? And yes, when you start up a local game, you have complete freedom over everything from taming speeds to dinosaur stats. So I tried a few different settings. I tried a harder one first, with like increased food rates and everything else, and I got my shit kicked.
Oh no.
I found a fairly balanced game setting, and my shit is still being kicked because this game is hard from the get-go. Because you do have safe spots, but those are only safe as long as you don't move.
Oh, okay.
Like I moved up. I spawned on a beach. I moved up the beach, and then at the end of the beach, because there are mountains all around the beaches. Right. At the end of the beach, I just see the top level is 150. A level 100 and I'm level 10. A level 150 T-Rex just dropped off a cliff.
Oh no.
He was following a Triceratops trying to kill it. A trike ran off the cliff and the Rex came after it. I run fucking genuinely hard going because it's at night.
Oh no.
And I've got it's dark and I've just got this little torch. I run away and I'm in what I think is a safe zone, and it turns out a bunch of raptors followed him.
Oh no.
And they're also all high level. So I get murdered. They move outside my house.
Why?
I don't know. And at the time, I had almost no gathering dinosaurs, so I had spent 2 hours trying to get enough to build a really small little crappy house.
And
they kicked the shit out of it. They saw me go into it, and they decided the house had it coming. So I think I got a plan. There was a brontosaurus at the top of the beach, and I basically died 12 times leading them up the top of the beach.
Oh jeez.
And then I punched the dinosaur. It attacked me, killed me, and then because it hit the raptors, they attacked it.
Right.
But it was like a level 100. And it kicked the shit out of them. And then he went back to being nice and peaceful at the top of his beach, minding his own business.
Yeah.
Where he's welcome to stay. It was challenging. Weird thing. It was satisfying.
What made it so satisfying then?
You know me in story, and you know me in open world.
Yes.
This isn't a narrative-driven game. There are narrative elements to it, but it's really not narrative-driven.
No, it's one of the survival games, isn't it? Kind of like Minecraft and Subnautica kind of style.
Yeah, Subnautica is a lot more story-driven.
Which is weird because I've played Subnautica and it's, I guess it's kind of story-driven, but I just kind of use it as a means to go to the next area to build a new house.
Yeah, that's kind of what you do here, but starting a game where you are genuinely just thrown in at the deep end, and then just because I took advantage of a situation and used my brains a bit, I took them out, and I thought that was really satisfying. And it's setting little goals for myself is quite enjoyable. Okay, I haven't really left the beach yet, but I'm like, okay, I know what's out there now. I need to be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think I could play like even if I was playing online, I couldn't play the default one.
It sounds like
I
it's
think
too much of a time investment if you're
it's
trying to
it's for
do anything.
people. It's for people who are doing like, oh, I've got 100 hours into it this week or something like that.
Yeah.
Like 10-hour days or something. It's for those. For me, like I want the experience of playing the game, but I want it at a reasonable pace at my own speed.
Sure.
And like I said, I fiddled with this, and like I have nearly lost everything I've had so many times. I got a suit, like I don't know how I managed it, but the first thing I tamed was like a super super rare special robot dinosaur.
Okay.
Who the high level raptors murdered.
Oh.
As I watched.
Oh. Oh no.
And there's like 10 on the map at any one time or something like that.
Right.
Like no, it's a 5% spawn rate, and it showed up next to my house. But no, honestly, like, as long as you can get those rates up, and there's loads of videos out there showing what settings to use and once you do that, you'll experiment to find your own one. I honestly think if you can, a few hours a day or a few hours a week or whatever, it's a nice time sink. And it's because I've set myself a basic goal. Beat the bosses at some point, but the basic goal, have at least one of every animal on the map. That's it. That's my major goal.
So
but there's like
kind of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except when these things faint, they die.
Oh.
And you're not getting them back.
Oh.
And you'll lose. You'll lose something permanently. You'll lose resources permanently.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, this is the kind of survival stuff that games like Far Cry try to emulate and fail miserably at. But no, I'm enjoying it. Watched a couple of animes. Digimon episode 5 came out. A lot of lore in this one. A lot of new lore in this one. Also, watched a bit more Turn A, watched a bit more Zeta.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing of note, new anime, Monster Doctor.
I think I've seen a trailer for that. Someone told me it was like Monster Musume or something. I was like,
it's not.
Yeah, it didn't look like it. I mean, it's got monster girls in it, but
yeah. So basic premise is the society, kind of a medievalish, no, like an 1800 society, has come to the end of a 100-year war between humans and monsters.
Oh. And
basically, they fought for so long they forgot why they were fighting, and at some point they just kind of stopped and tried to get along. Which is kind of realistic when you think about it.
Did they try and get her along by using their attractive monster ladies to convert the men?
I mean, it was slightly hilarious. The first thing you see is a minotaur, and it's like, oh, look at the scantily clad minotaur lady, and there's her husband.
Is it
He's
just
a bull in a shirt. It is a bull in a shirt.
Oh yeah, that's about right.
And yeah, stories about Glenn, who is a human doctor who wants to be a monster doctor.
Glenn.
And his assistant, who is a large snake lady, who is also a doctor, and wants something to be in Dr. Glenn.
Oh no.
Or vice versa. But it's not Monster Musume. It's so much tamer. Like, if you went in here expecting Monster Musume, you were just like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it is basically standard anime levels of the sexiness.
I mean, is it meant to be a harem kind of ecchi show? Or like...
Not really. Like, there's definitely harem elements to it. Like, they already meet like a Clydesdale centaur who's like, I will marry you.
Oh, okay.
And the snake tried to kill her.
Oh,
she was a patient, which isn't very good for being a doctor. But it's quite lighthearted. It's a period piece. Really.
Okay.
Like, it's a Japanese anime period piece, which frequently have weirdness. Like, there's no crazy visual effects, there's no nudity, there's nothing particularly mad, but it's very charming, I think. It's weird, but it's trying for charming instead of either, hey, you're a teenager, you're aroused, or you're an adult, you find this fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It also takes itself fairly seriously. It's not a heavy show, but it takes itself seriously. It's like tonally, this is a weird thing to compare it to. It's like a really, really light-hearted version of Violet Evergarden.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, it'd have to be because Violet Evergarden's pretty bleak, very uplifting, but pretty sad in a lot of ways.
Those moments where this post-war scenario is this Victorian-esque society, and how these things are coming together. It's that kind of thing. It's I don't know. I don't like. It's kind of refreshing to see something that's not an isekai, but I don't mean that sarcastically, but
Yeah.
I think it might be worth checking out. I'll watch a couple more episodes. But
I'll be
like I
interested
said,
to hear if it goes more into, because it sounds mean to say, but it sounds sort of generic-y and like there's
yeah,
not much
no, it
to
is. I think that's fair. I think it's fair to say it's a bit generic, but
Right.
like I said, it's quite charming in its way.
Okay.
Like the whole thing with Clydesdale is, she's having a problem. She won't admit. She's got bad hooves.
Okay.
And the reason she won't admit it is because she's terrified of wearing shoes. Because it's like, what would happen if you brought a horse into a stable and it knew what all this gear was? The files, the knives, the burning hot poker and stuff like that to make horseshoes. Like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't hurt them. If they could think about it, they would probably be going like, I don't want to experience this, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Show me the door. So it's basically that.
Okay.
It's not self-conscious, which I like. But yeah, I might check out more. Like, I've got plenty of Gundam to go through. Because still plowing away with Turn A and Zeta, and Build Divers is back this week.
It's this week. Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if it was the week we've just gone through, or whether it was the next week. It's next week then. Okay.
So hopefully that'll continue.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to that. Andy, what about you?
Last week to this week. Last week to today. So let's say, from Sunday to Sunday, I've done 6 podcasts.
Jesus, man.
2 last Sunday, 2 obviously today. 1 on Monday, which was the comic show that we did, and then on Tuesday, which was the Moonbase Woo Woo. So Monday I edited last week's podcast. Tuesday I edited the comic show, and Wednesday I edited the Moonbase Woo Woo. So it's been a heavy podcast week, shall we say? I was like, oh my! It was kind of nice because I got to have like an overdose of human contact. So I can hardly complain for that. It's like, oh wow, people, what's that like? That's nice.
Humans.
So yeah, all the podcasts are up. Obviously, the comic one isn't, but will be at some point this week. I don't know, maybe like Wednesday or something, and that would be for last month. In terms of things I've been watching, I haven't watched any more of 01. Because we've only got like one more episode. At least TV Nihon, which is the people I go through, only have the one episode, so that's episode 36, I think. Is that right? But I did see the scans for the next few episodes. So for some reason, Trousers is nude. I don't know why. People are memeing it. I think that's funny. Who's I can't even remember the name. It's really annoying. Lady Robot Girl, who's non-gendered.
No. Naki.
Naki's getting a form, which I don't like. I don't like. It's all like, it's not bad, but it doesn't look like it visually fits in with the other 3.
No, it's weird as well because they've shown what it is.
All right.
It's a Japanese wolf, which I think is really, really clever.
Yes, I saw you mention this on Twitter. I was like, this is all of Mikey's alley right here.
Yeah. But it's like, okay, she's basically an extinct version of Fua. Basically, I'm bad with pronouns. They're basically an extinct version of Fua.
Yes.
But, so apologies to anyone listening. I know that pisses people off, and be blunt, rightly so, but, I'm an idiot, deal with it. But, the suit design has nothing wolfy about it.
I thought that as well. I looked at it and went, I don't see the wolf aesthetic here at all, even the, extinct one.
Yeah, because the dodo you can see in the beak, the scorpions, the angles in the head and stuff, and the falcon, he's got he looks, he's got birds and stuff. Naki's suit doesn't have that.
No.
So I don't know. Kind of wish they'd gone with something a bit more individualistic, to be honest.
Yeah, or find a way to do like fur-like effects on it or something. Just something.
I know, like they gave them the Force Riser, and that's like, that's why the base suit is the way it is.
Yeah.
But what if they'd given them the movie rider driver? Though it's based off the Force Riser, but it's the one used by the rider based off of Ichigo.
Oh, right, okay.
I remember the suit. Why not give them that driver and then, oh, here's a new suit design?
It'd be a way of reusing product as well, so that might not be a terrible thing, I suppose. Yeah. Maybe they just wanted to have the movie products completely separate from the main show stuff, though.
Maybe. Anyway, Kamen Rider Trouserless.
Yes, Kamen Rider Trouserless, who has a robot dog for some reason.
I saw a picture of that. I'm very confused.
I saw a picture of Metal 01, the dog in the middle, and naked trousers, and I was like, what is happening here? What is this image? And the dog was kind of like on its back legs or something, like, yeah. I was like, what is going on? This is weird.
This is the turnaround. This is him becoming a good guy, which I hope they avoid.
Oh, see, I thought it was the suggestion that the main character shifted from 01 to the dog. Since he was in the middle of the frame. I was like, is this
Kamen Rider Bow Wow?
Yeah. Well, Artaru, we're kind of done with you. You're not that great of a character, and we're kind of so we're giving it to the dog. We think it's going to emote a bit better.
Is transferred her brain into the dog.
Oh man, that'd be weird. That'd be sad. Have you seen the Figma for the Figuart?
Yeah,
that's really cool and slightly creepy.
Yeah, well, they all are always there, aren't they?
The human ones, yeah.
Yeah, I love that they're advertising it with the slide she does.
Did you see the image where it had the bird sliding down the electric line and then her? I was like, that's ace. I love that bird. Yeah. So yeah, I've been catching up with that. I watched that show that you mentioned where the guy turns into the big fluffy mascot suit and has a girl get inside of him.
Glipe something.
Gelfinier something.
Any good?
I
haven't watched it. So.
I'm kind of enjoying it. I don't think it doesn't feel like it's doing anything that you haven't seen not a shonen series, but like a slightly higher, what they called? Seinen? Yeah, Seinen. It feels kind of like that. Kind of like the same structure that Parasite had in a way. They've kind of gone they're kind of up in the mountains at the moment looking for the coins and realizing that they'll probably come across more of the people who can transform and stuff. So it's not like it's a story structure that I'm completely foreign to. I've seen it quite a few times, but it's enjoyable enough. It seems it has some nice moments here and there, and then it has the like she just does not care about getting nude in front of this kid.
Oh, of course,
which is weird, and I think she's grown an affection for him. And her like, did you know that what she's after? Where you are?
No.
She wants to kill her sister, and somehow her sister seems to be related to him turning into the monster. Like she got the alien to turn him into the monster for some reason, and he knows her, but he doesn't remember knowing her. It seems to be suggesting.
That never ends well in these kind of shows.
Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly where they're going. It feels like they're going down maybe a generic route, but it almost feels like one of those shows that's going to just stop. You know, but without a conclusion. It's going to be like, read the manga, and it feels like it might kind of end up like that, but it's enjoyable enough. But it's fine. It's something to watch at the moment. And obviously I'm just going through Kamen Rider Build, and that's really good. I forgot how good Build was. It's a hella good show. I know for a fact that it's like I'm on the upswing at the moment, and if I remember, there's a downswing at some point, and then there's an upswing, and then there's a tournament arc, and then back down again. If I remember, it's kind of like an up and down series, but at the moment it does very well for kind of pushing the story forward through like 6 episodes, and setting up for Stark. Stark's great. Stark's an amazing villain, as he's introduced by episode 3, or he's hinted at by 3, and they hint at the reveal in episode 2 of who it is. Except I never knew. I never like even caught on or thought it could be the thing. But then again, I don't think too hard about these things, to be fair. So. Yeah, it's good to go back through Build. That's a good show with some really fucking good suit designs, apart from the earlier ones, which is just like the random kind of Gorillamon is kind of meh. I like Nin comic, but then they get better. The what was it? The Sparkle Fizzy Drink one. What was that called?
Rabbit Tank Sparkling.
Yeah, that one's kind of meh. But then they get really good after that, if I remember.
Oh yeah. Because like you get Rogue in, and you get the Rabbit and Tank.
Yeah, Rabbit and Tank is great. Grease. I love Grease's design.
You get Cross Charge.
Which one's that? Is that the silver one?
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't mind that.
But you then go from that to Magma.
Yeah, Magma's cool. I like Magma. I don't. No, I don't mind the silver one. It's okay, but I don't hate it. I'd say it's
the
above
shoulders
average.
that throw it off for me. The big
Yeah.
blocky shoulders.
Yeah, I can see that. Probably Grease gets away with it because he has the bits on the end of the shoulders, the big flat bits, the juice boxes.
Because it's supposed to be like the juice bottle
Yeah.
of the shoulder, but for him they're pointing down, so it looks more like panel shoulder shields or something like that. But with Cross, they're just pointing in at his head.
Yeah, I could see that. So I've been doing that. I've been watching a fun YouTube channel called, everybody probably knows it for the most part, Abroad in Japan. Have you heard of it?
No, actually.
British guy who's been living in Japan. He's described himself as he always wanted to be like a British TV presenter, and the way that he does his videos is kind of in the slightly British way, but he does lots of different things. Like one of his series that he did was he did a bike trip around Japan. So each place was like 24 hours in this place, and he'd make a video about it. And then he's done like more serious documentaries on the recovering villages that survived the tsunami 8 years ago and where they are now. And then he's done fun ones as well, like what it was like to be an English teacher and stuff like that. So he does very well produced videos. He's got very British sense of humor about him. He's entertaining. I'd say give him a watch. And then I've also been watching Korone, the VTuber dog girl, play Doom, which was fun.
Yes, I've noticed you've been tweeting a lot of interesting fan art.
What? Oh, where she's got the
not
chainsaws.
That kind, no, just interesting. Not,
yeah. The way that you said
what were you
that,
thinking?
well, I was just thinking about what happens when you give people an anime girl and fan art, and it's like, oh, this okay.
She's real. She just happens to be presenting as a dog.
That's right. I don't think that stops people, though. To be fair, I'm pretty sure that won't stop people. But no, she liked to scream "Cacodemon" for the Cacodemons. Every time every time she see one, she'd go Cacodemon, and then continue to shoot it. And she got really enamored with the chainsaw as well. She was really ropey in episode 1, but she spoilers. She completes the game and she gets a lot better at it as she goes through.
Is the whole thing subbed?
Oh no! When I watched her finish it was while I was like cooking dinner and stuff, so I was just kind of popping in back and forth, and I was like, it doesn't need to be subbed. I can just listen to a screaming Cacodemon. That's good enough.
I watched because like you've been sharing this, so I've been just like dipping in and out.
Yes.
So I watched the Jurassic Park ones, which those are good reactions, especially when
Coco.
she just sort of. I think she started, not her, the Korode started crying.
Yes,
for the Jurassic Park one, and just like. I just love this movie.
Yeah.
But there was the Coco one, because she said, "Oh, why don't you speak English in your videos?" So I thought this was really clever, because she basically said, "Oh, I mean, I could speak English because she's fluent."
Yes.
Or at least functionally fluent. And was just like, I tried recording it, but YouTube wouldn't let me monetize it. And she put up a clip, and because she does news.
Yeah, she reports on the news of the HoloLive girl, so she talks about she basically shits on them for laughs. Yeah,
but this is okay. So I tried it, and here's what it comes out at. Today we're doing the fucking news, and we're fucking having it, but it's all bleeped. And she said, YouTube wouldn't let me monetize it. Don't know why.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird that.
It's like Coco's a strange one because the way that she talks in Japanese makes me think that she's maybe not a native Japanese person. Because the way that she pronounces words, I haven't heard, she sounds very different from any other Japanese person I've heard, and she's very, very good at English. I wonder if she lived in America, the UK or something, and then moved over to Japan or what. But
she definitely has a Japanese accent.
Yes.
Because of course when she started saying she was doing the Jurassic World one and goes Brontosaurus, I'm just like, that's a different inflection to the one I'd use.
No, that's true. That's true.
So maybe she's she could be biracial. She could be an American who grew up in Japan from a childhood. A billion things.
Yeah, it's interesting.
She could just be highly enthusiastic.
No, maybe it's interesting. the VTuber world is a deep and dark place which you can easily fall into.
Yeah, it's just madness.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been enjoying kind of having that on every now and again. I did a podcast today, obviously with Mr. Growth, which I mentioned. That's just a normal Fluff and Hammer, so I'll probably be able to put that up on the CC Bunker page. And anything else? I don't think so. I think that's been pretty much it. I got some paint, but that's you can't really talk about that. It's like I got some paint. Hey, have you used it? No. Well, there you go. Not much else to say. I got another game on the Steam sales, which is Dead Cells, which is best described like Rogue Legacy. It's do you know roguelike sort of titles, Mikey?
Yeah.
For those not aware, I'll mention it for those maybe not aware. A roguelike title is one of those games where you are likely to die, and it will restart you back at the beginning of the game, but usually there'll be some kind of progression you will have made. So, for instance, in this game called Dead Cells, which is a 2D platformer hack and slash, think old school Ninja Gaiden-ish, I suppose. So think that style, but as you go through, you'll kill enemies, you'll pick up things called cells, and by the end of the level, you can spend those cells to either unlock new weapons or new upgrades, and you keep those upgrades, or when you unlock a weapon, you unlock it more into a pool of weapons that become available to you. So the more cells that you collect, the more things you unlock, and the better you can proceed and perform as you go through the game. It's that kind of thing. So you start off with no health flasks, but then as you unlock stuff, you can then buy a higher flask. So you can, when you unlock two things, it'll be like, do you want to buy a flask? It's like, yes. And it's like you unlock 5 more things. It's like, do you want to have 2 flasks now? It's like, yes. And then you kind of invest that way. So that's good. That's an easy way to burn time, as it's fairly quick, depending on how good or shit you are, I suppose. Because if a run goes bad, you can be like, fuck it, and just start it all over again. I like those sort of games. They're quite fun. It's not very heavy into story kind of thing. It's not one of those ones, but yeah, it's entertaining enough. And I think that's been about it, Mr. Mikey. That's it. Just kind of looking on the Japanese sites, being like, man, I'd like to buy some of this stuff, but it would mean having to do DHL shipping, and that sucks. It's DHL shipping, which is more expensive, and then it's guaranteed import charges. So,
yeah,
and there's definitely a lot of. I've pretty much missed out on a lot of the Soto O's figures, unfortunately, which is a bit of a bummer.
Same here. Just it couldn't be done. Could not be done at the moment.
And like Mandarake is not like they're not bad about getting them in, but like the only ones they have in at the moment are Puto Terra and Tajidoru, and that's it. They don't have any of the other ones, and it's like, maybe that's for the best because I can't order them now. But it's like it's concerning.
Yeah, but two. Also, I expect they're 2 of the more expensive ones.
Yeah, they've definitely kind of bumped the price up on them. It was gonna be the case. I think they're like 1,000 yen each, or maybe 1,000, and the other is 1,200 yen. So that's about the price you kind of pay for them. It's more of the higher end price for them, but it is more.
It's not crazy. I've seen them go for 40, 50.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
So nothing.
Yeah, especially for Soto figures, so that's not great.
Yeah.
But we got a message from Tendemon over Patreon that said he'd like to see more from Immortal Hulk, which is fair enough. I wouldn't mind talking more about it.
I'm happy to.
I thought you hated that show. Not
sure. Oh no, it's a terrible comic. It's a depressing thing. It's very negative.
See, I could actually believe it is quite depressing, given the first issue, but we'll see. I think we also had some stuff from Christoph. If we scroll down, where is it? When you get messages.
Is it another card?
I want to say probably. I think we might have got something wrong as well. He blames you for him buying some Gundam stuff as well, which he seems to have bought recently for his buff day. So happy buff day for when your buff day was.
I win.
Oh, you win. I thought you were saying something. I was like, what's he saying? I don't know.
I win.
And the card he put up was what was his name? The newer version of Mecha Godzilla.
Kiryu.
Kiryu, yeah.
He put up Kiryu.
Yeah, that's the sausage.
Yeah, that's a good looking card.
Yeah, it's not bad. I always like that Mechagodzilla design. I thought it was a good one.
He's been trending the last week, and I have no idea why.
Yeah,
I've been trying to figure it out.
I saw you mentioned that, and I wondered like why. I was
No.
hoping you'd be able to tell me.
No, I couldn't find anything. Like, there's a lot of talking about Kiryu and the Metal Godzilla from... Oh, that weird crossover movie. What's it called? The Ready Player One.
Is it like a anniversary for his introduction or something?
Don't know. Because, like, it was an original design. They licensed the name. They didn't license the look. They did a new design.
Oh.
And it came out at the same time as the virtual figure con in Japan.
Okay.
The one that announced Yuzu and the rest. And I thought they might have said we're doing a monster out of it, but I can't find anything of that.
Oh.
So I don't know. I don't know what the story is. But...
Huh. Oh, also we got something wrong in our from the Files of Teletron 2. We said
Prove
that
it!
Lodestar's we hadn't seen Lodestar in a robot mode before, but apparently it did show up in the issue where Sentinel Prime returned. You saw her in the back transforming. I would still say that our point stands there. It wasn't really made the big deal about, as it just kind of happens behind everybody, and you're like, okay, fair enough.
Mm.
That's fair. We did get that wrong, but I think the point still stands for the most part. That it wasn't maybe made as big of an event as I would have done, probably.
No.
So, Mr. Mikey, where can people find you on the internet if you want them to?
You can contact me on Twitter as Irish Paleo. You can check out Fossil Fic, which is on iTunes.
Have you got a new one out?
Podbean. Right. So my internet banjaxed this weekend.
Oh no.
It took me ages to actually get it working enough so we could do this.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually getting someone in the morning to look at it, so you
it's
will
not
have
bad. Jeez.
spoilers. You will have the show tomorrow.
Hey.
It just might be a little late.
When you say the show, do you mean my show or your show?
Both.
Oh no.
Basically, I recorded it.
Uh-huh.
I recorded it already. I just haven't been able to upload it.
Fair enough. Okay.
So, spoilers, it's the 1925 Lost World.
Mm.
So yeah, Fossil Fic, it's on iTunes. The main site I hosted on is Podbean. I've been getting very good reviews in it, so I'm gonna keep going.
Who's lying to you?
Everyone, Andy. Everyone.
Oh man. Oh no.
But yeah, if you want to email us, guys, of course, the moonbase2@gmail.com. We would love to hear from people. You can also contact us on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere else that takes messages. And of course, if you're on Patreon or Libsyn or whatever. Andy, what about you?
Well, you turned into a Californian chick there, didn't you? Whatever.
Yeah. Oh my god. Look at her butt.
Jesus. There's something so wrong about that. Right, so you can find me on Twitter as CCTFW, on YouTube as Cobra Commander TFW. You can find this podcast on the Moonbase 2 forums on Twitter, iTunes, Facebook, Libsyn, and YouTube as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. And then you can head over to the Moonbase 2 Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Moonbase2. Do $2 each month, and you get the extended version from the Files of Teletron 2. And you also get the Moonbase Woo, where we talk about non-transformery things in greater detail. Where this month, or last month at least, me and Mr. Jason Kirk talked about 10 bad episodes. Well, not 10, but we talked about worst episodes of Deep Space Nine, usually trying to limit it down to one per season. So there you go. I've made suggestions that Mikey maybe do the best episodes per season with Mr. Jason. But we also have some other ideas floating about as well. You can also head to the ccbunker.weebly.com to see any other kind of random things I do.
The other 4 podcasts you recorded.
Yeah, well, to be fair, most of those were Moonbase 2, I suppose, you could argue. One was a Patreon show for Gruff, and then the other one was a show that will go up. So that'll probably go up on the CC Bunker. No, he's not. That's not an untrue statement. He's an amalgamation of human flesh. He's
a beard with a brain.
Oh God, that's jeez. Isn't that what Cousin It was from the Addams family?
Yeah, so that child is in trouble.
Yeah, no, I believe that. I believe
Puberty's going to hit that kid like a brick.
It's just going to turn into fluff. Jeez. Well, until next week, everybody. We may or may not have any news, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. So until next week, everybody, we will catch you then.
I can't think of anything clever, so I'm not going to.
Hooray! Brain fart.
You are now leaving Moonbase